All right, I'm back for today's slate. If you tailed our Rudy Gobert main play yesterday, you made some money. Congratulations. Without further ado, I want to get straight to it. We only have two games today on this Saturday. Want to know why? NBA Cup semifinals, baby. They're trying to play for that money. I do like the matchups we have today. So without further ado, let's get into our first game: Knicks versus Magic. We got Daddy at pause. I don't know if that's his name, but he's game time decision. Deuce McBride and Landry Shamet are out for the guards. This means that a lot of gameplay for Jalen Brunson and for Jordan Clarkson. Jalen Brunson was already getting the minutes, but more so opportunity for Jordan Clarkson. They're going to need Jalen Brunson to beat this Magic team who has recently been on fire. And Jalen Brunson is the perfect guy for it. For the Magic, they have Franz Wagner out and Moritz Wagner out, which is huge, bruh. Both of them being out is crazy. And then Colin Castleton. But with Orlando Magic missing Franz, that means more opportunity for Paolo and Desmond Bane. And looking at the stats, Desmond Bane actually is the second leading shot on the team in field goal attempts. So that's what we'll be looking at today. Jalen Brunson is our first pick for this game. His line is at 29.5. They project him to go under. And I'm going to see why they project him to go under. Is it simply because I don't know. I don't know why they project him to go under. He's 14-8 versus the over and under. He's hit an 8 in the last 15 games, which is just a little over 50%. But I'm not going based simply off that. I'm going based off matchups. So he plays very well versus top 10 defenses or top 15 defenses. So he didn't hit the line versus Minnesota, which is a top 15 defense. But the last time he played Orlando, he cleared it at 31. He played Orlando again, cleared it at 33. Who else is there? Toronto, he didn't clear it, which is a top 10 defense. Boston, he didn't clear it, which is a top 10 defense, but he cleared it against Orlando a third time, and then he did hit Toronto the last time. So there were more times than that he hit it than not versus top 10 defenses. And with Deuce McBride being out, which is he usually gives them a push, with Landry Shamet being out, it's extra minutes for these guards here. It's going to be extra opportunity, and with it being the NBA Cup and money on the line, they're going to go to their go-to guys, and Jalen Brunson is Mr. Efficient, Mr. Clutch, and I see him clearing this 30 line, just over 29.5. This projection is cool. I just agree to disagree. Also, just want to give a false claim or disclaimer. I don't recommend doing parlays as your main bet. If I do a parlay, I'm gonna say, let's say if I bet $15, I'm gonna put 14 on a main bet on my main bet, and I'm gonna put $1 on my parlay. Well, dollar's not gonna make you nothing. Well, I'm not banking on my parlay to hit. It's more risk. But if you wanted to parlay these picks, I would parlay them one for like a small amount of your bankroll, not to hit big. All right. So the second game we have, I didn't like Desmond Bane's points. He's actually at 20 plus, and it's at minus 155. As of recently, he's been hot, but throughout the season, he has not been. Let me look him up real quick since we're here, just to show you guys. His line is a little higher than 20 plus, but um, I wanted to buy the points down, maybe for a better opportunity, maybe less profit, better opportunity. But I'm projected for him to go under as well. His line is at 20.5. I was like, why not just go for 20? But even then, it's still projected to go under. So me and betting pros, we agree right there. He's 11-14 over on the over and under. So he has not been hitting that. Recently he did. He went crazy. The games that he has said he's went crazy. Miami is not one of those teams. Miami actually gives up a lot of points. He hit it. But New York Knicks, they're one of those teams, and he didn't hit it. Chicago, they score a lot of points, or they allow a lot of points, and he hit it. Detroit, they don't, and he hit it. So this is him versus a team that has similar defense. Boston and Philly, they have similar defense. He did not hit those. Granted, Franz was there, Paolo was there. He didn't have as many opportunities, but I just didn't like the value we got for to buy it at 20 points and be at minus 155. It didn't add up. There was no value. There was actually negative value. So I stayed away from that one. But you can take a look at that if you want. I like my system to align with my theory as well. So I'm cool off that. But for the second game, though, we got Wemby, a game time decision, even though it has been confirmed that he will be playing. This is going to be his first day back. And then we have the Oklahoma City Thunder, Isaiah Joe out. Crazy. That's a decent amount of points. And Topic and Sorber, they've been out the whole season. So no difference there. Now with Wemby coming back today, you would have thought, or at least I would have thought, I would bet on Wemby. He's the one that is their leading scorer. Actually, not right now with Fox, but he's their he was their leading scorer. He leads the team in field goal attempts, but because he's been injured, this is his first game back. I'm not saying he's not going to have points or the attempts, but I just liked De'Aaron Fox's line better, even though he's let us down. He let us down last game. But for this game, we got to go with SGA. This is Mr. Efficient. This is the best offensive player in the NBA right now. If we're going MVP, I got to give it back to SGA or Luka, but I'm going SGA. They're 23-1, 24-1. He's averaging 30. Like, you feel me? He's only games he didn't hit 30 is he didn't play the fourth quarter. You feel me? So him playing this Spurs team, the Spurs teams, they're not no pushover team. Even without Wemby, they was cooking shit. So I'm taking this game like the length. I think that the spread on this game is 10.5. I think the Spurs will cover that spread. I don't see why they wouldn't cover that spread. The Spurs are not a bad team at all. They're top team. I think they're top 5 in points allowed. So they have great defense as well. But SGA performs versus great defenses. Now projection is under 32. His projection is at 30. His 30 was at like minus 165. I didn't want that. I didn't want the minus 165 if I know he's going to get 32 versus the Spurs. Like, this is my main play. I'm heavy on this one. He's 50% on the over-under. But majority of his overs were, I mean, he's done it versus teams that allow points and teams that don't allow points. But he did it versus the Warriors. They allow points. He didn't do it versus Phoenix. They're in top 10, but the circumstances, like they didn't have Devin Booker and they beat them by 50, so can't really count that one. He didn't play the third or the fourth quarter there. Portland, they allow points. The first time he played Phoenix, he did it. Minnesota, he did it. Who else on this list? Golden State, he didn't do it here. They blew us out. He didn't play the fourth quarter. Watch that game. And the rest of these teams are like bottom in scoring. So he's hit the line, hit the over, a little over 50%. I think that's 53%, something along those lines. And I look at my bets as an investment, bro. Am I going to invest in Desmond Bain? Am I going to invest in SGA? Am I going to invest in Brunson, or am I going to invest in Fox? Based off of all of these players, just looking at it with the probability and the systems lining up, I'm going to invest in SGA. He's going to get the shot attempts. This is a team that the Spurs, they're going to put up a fight. And if they're going to punch back, it's going to be SGA to punch back, Jalen Williams. It's going to take all the guys. But it starts with this guy right here, the MVP, the finals MVP, the first team all NBA. Like, why we not banking on him? So he's gonna cover. I'm not even worried about it. And the last pick we got, before we cover all the analytics and breakdown stuff, I need y'all to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Drop a like simply so you can get notified, or at least I can be in your recommended every time I post, so that way you can be notified or be up to date with every bet I drop. And subscribe because I'm doing a $50 to $500 challenge, and I post every Sunday. So we're doing our first challenge this week, and I want you guys to be a part of it. So if you want to join that journey, see how we can build our bankroll from $50 to $500, and you want to do it with me, feel free to subscribe and be on the lookout for that one. But for De'Aaron Fox, we have him over 19.5. His projected is 19.7. They have him going over. I also have him going over. At the beginning of my challenge, I chose De'Aaron Fox to cover. He did not cover. I had him for 25. He did not even get 20. He covered versus the Lakers. He was on our. I did him twice this week. I think the beginning of the week we had him for 25. What was this? Versus New Orleans, he had 14. We did him versus New Orleans. He had 14. His line was at 20 last game. He barely hit the line, but he hit it versus the Lakers. He's hit it plenty of times this season, but a lot of these games, the games that he didn't hit it, which is kind of farther back, Wemby was out. A lot of these games, Wemby are out. Wemby was out. With Wemby being back, I don't know how much this is going to affect his line or his attempts or his efficiency. He hasn't been the most efficient the last 2 games, but hopefully he snaps back. But he covered in 10 out of the last 6. If betting pros agree with my system and what I come up with, chances are it's a high probability of hitting. So I would look out for De'Aaron Fox. Now, if I was to create a parlay today with my $1, I would go SGA 30 plus, buy the points down. I will go Brunson 30 plus. I can stick with that one. and I will go Fox 15 plus. Odds will probably be plus 300, maybe plus 400, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But that's what I would parlay, because my parlay, I just want my parlay to be an addition to what I want, to what I win. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will catch y'all boys tomorrow.